Sorry. Where we follow the rhythm of the moon. And to be honest with you, I never thought about following the rhythm of the sun. But you always hear about following the rhythm of the moon. And when it comes to the sun, that solar energy is really all about, we have spring where we planted the seeds, or winter, if you will, where we planted the seeds, and spring is when things start to come to bloom and blossom. And then you can look at summer as kind of like maybe trying to discern which ones you mobilize, which ones you follow through with, which ones you add a little bit more fire, a little bit more of that solar energy to. And it's also a time of, which is kind of, it's weird because they say that summer is representative, or the summer solstice is representative of patience, nourishment, and trust. And when I think about solar energy, I think of activation. I think of getting out there and doing things and making things happen. But I think the overarching, or maybe the underlying theme there with the patience, nourishment, and the trust is to remember to take care of yourself when you're out there doing all the things so you don't have to burn out. And that's where the nourishment is. The patience is, okay, so maybe some of the seeds you planted haven't bloomed yet or blossomed yet. Maybe there's something that still needs to happen for that to come to fruition. And then I'm going to turn off your camera. I think I can do that. And then we have the patience is, just giving yourself space to let things flow. So one of the mantras that comes to mind when it comes to the solstice, and also International Day of Yoga is coming up, and you do all the sun salutations, is the Gayatri Mantra. And the Gayatri Mantra is this is a really deep, profound mantra, and I'm still grasping the concepts of it. And basically, it is about illuminating your mind with the purity and the rays of the sun. And I'm going to sing this mantra for you. I'll do my best to sing it for you. And that's what it's about. It's about really, I like to think of it as getting super clear and maybe burning away all of those thoughts that prevent us from flourishing, from blossoming, from shining, and from achieving all the things that we want to achieve. So that little spiel might have been all over the place, but the bottom line comes back to that solar energy. Harness it, use it to your advantage, and take care of yourself in the process, and be patient. So this mantra, I think I'll wait. I'll go to my mat and sing it. So maybe I'm not so close. I won't hurt your ears. But hopefully I'll illuminate your mind with this mantra. I don't know why I don't do this before I actually start. Okay. And I don't know why I'm wearing so much pink. I just am. I am a closet pink lover, because on the outside, I'm not a fan of pink, but yet here I am looking like a Pepto-Bismol capsule. I don't think they exist, but if they did, it probably looked like this. Okay, so I don't know if I've ever shared this mantra with you before, but I do love singing it, and it has been creeping into my mind a lot. And what I love about mantras is that their purpose really and truly, apart from helping to boost and strengthen your mind and your body, I love how it kind of gives my mind something to hook in when that monkey mind wants to start running amok. Okay, so, oh, sorry, Sadie. You can choose to just rest your hands in your lap, or you can bring your hands together at the heart space as I sing the Gayatri Mantra for you. And if I remember, I will place a little snippet in the group from my Rasa Yoga training about this mantra, so you can read about the different interpretations of it. Okay, here we go. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. one of the other teachings of this mantra is, or practices working with this mantra, is to sing it at the start of the day. So I guess when the sun comes up, and in the middle of the day at noon, when the sun is at its highest peak. Sorry, she just started to bump into me so much, it started to make me giggle. So that's that mantra. And I like to visualize this illumination happening from the inside out when I sing it. So that's the Gayatri Mantra. So come on to your back. I didn't mention props. I would say a block and a strap as usual. See, do we have to do this every time? Come on. All right, so on your back, legs stretched all the way out to begin with, and just feel your body on your mat, not changing anything about it as it relates to adjusting it, but just feeling into the body without criticism. Think of this as information gathering. The summer solstice has a tendency to kind of shake things up, a lot of energies, and it's a reminder, if you will, of everything really truly, as you may have come to notice, is about building the awareness and then discerning what to let go or what to hold on to. So let this practice be a reflection of that. We're harnessing the energy of the sun to help us make clear and precise choices for ourselves, to align us with what it is that we truly want for ourselves. Keep your left leg where it is, bring your right knee into the chest and hold on to the back of the thigh. Draw the shoulders back and down. So you want to feel your low back. You don't want your low back on the ground. If you slip your hand away and place it underneath you, there should be a definitive curve. It may not be super deep. It's just the natural curve of your spine that we're looking for. Draw the knee in, take a full breath in, and on the exhalation, begin to press your right foot up towards the ceiling. Pushing through the heel and ball of your foot, spread the toes, and keep the left leg active as well. Actively and mindfully press your hands and the hamstrings into each other. So it's more like a push and a pull rather than a press. Both ways. Great. And now bend your right knee. Take your left hand a little bit wide and flatten the left hand onto the ground. Hold on to your right shin and guide your right knee up to the right. When you do this, you want to make sure you keep the left buttocks heavy on the mat. If you want to take it a little bit further, you can straighten out the right leg and use your hand like a stand to hold your leg up. Squeeze your inner thighs, spread the toes on both feet, relax the neck and the shoulders. So there shouldn't be any tension above, well, through the upper body, but more so the lower part of the body. Good. Rebend your right knee and I'll guide it over to your left for a supine spinal twist. Look out, baby. Oh my God, cat. Give me a break. And you can bring your right arm into a half cactus shape if that is okay for the shoulder, just so you get a secondary stretch through the chest muscles here. Check in with that right hip and just make sure it's not hiking up to the right side of the rib cage. And if you feel that, lengthen it away. One more breath in and out, and then slowly roll onto your back once again. You can hug the right knee in for one last time, and then go ahead and switch it out. Right leg long, left knee in. Hands to the back of the thigh, draw it in, and then go ahead and press the left. Stay strong and anchored in both legs. Push and pull with the left. Bend the left knee, anchor yourself on the right side with the right hand. Left hand to left shin and gently draw the left leg over. Feel that stretch through the inner thigh. And then choose to keep the knee bent or stretch the leg out and support it with your hand. Squeeze the inner thighs, especially that right one. That's going to really help you stay grounded. Take another breath in. Exhale, go ahead and bend your left knee and take it over to your right now. Oh my goodness. Your twist, checking in with that left hip, lengthen it away from the left side of the rib cage. And then slowly make your way onto your back once again. Hug the left knee one last time here. And then bring the right knee in to join the party. And then, oh my goodness, Place your left foot down. You know what's interesting about all this stuff here with the cat is that she's yelling at me when I move her out of the way. I'm just trying to protect her. So go ahead and cross your right leg on top of your left thigh and keep your right elbow down, fingertips by temples. We're going to do about 8 reps, bringing the left shoulder towards the right knee. Okay, spread the toes of your right foot, take a full breath in, not the chin. Exhale, lift up and reach over, and inhale it down. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, last one here, and 8. And release. Change the cross of your legs, and off you go. 8 on the second side, and 1, 2, 3, lead with the shoulder, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, last one here, and 8. Great. And now uncross the legs. So bring your feet back down for a moment, but keep your fingertips where they are. Tilt your pelvis back. So this is going to get the low back closer to the ground, and then bring your legs up to tabletop. Try to keep that tilt. Plantar flex through the ankles, point the toes, nod your chin, with the head and shoulders up. You're going to move opposite arm and stretch this shoulder to knee now, and stretch your opposite leg out. So you can check me out. So the right leg will stretch out, and you twist to the left. Then come back through center. Off we go. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one here, and 8, and come back to center. You can cross the legs here at the ankles, hold on to the feet, and rock yourself up, roll over your shins, and make your way onto your hands. Or put the feet to the ground, spin around, just as long as you end up on your hands and knees, doesn't really matter how you get there. Once you do arrive, take it into your cat and cow, but make the stance a little bit longer than you would normally, because we're going to progress into cobra primers and into a little, I don't know what to call it, chaturanga push-up type flow. So hands are not going to be underneath the shoulders, it's going to be a little bit further out in front, but still claw your hands down into the mat and maintain that strong connection. Lengthen the spine for cow pose during your inhale, and exhale, go ahead and flex. And you can begin the shifting in the back now, and forward and back now, so we can progress this into that shape or into that movement more quickly, more efficiently. I like to think of this summer solstice energy as also trying to determine what you give your energy to, how much of it. And in the bending of the elbows as we come forward in with the extended spine. This is the cobra primer here. And then round the spine as you shift back the hips towards the heels. So we're going to take the knees off after, well now. So this time when you shift forward, pick the knees off, drop your heels to the right. Take your left arm up. I know this progressed real quick. Bring the hand back down, and you can either put your knees back down or let the knees float. Knees back down makes it a lot less taxing on the body. Come forward again, get another cobra primer here, and then we'll go into that side plank on the second side. So shift forward, knees off now. Drop the heels to the left, lift the right arm up. Come back to a plank, knees drop, and shift back. Let's do one more each side if you have it in you, or you can just keep the knees down and kickstand this way. All right, so let's go for another one. So we're starting from the shift back, shift forward, knees off, drop the heels to the right, left arm up. Come back, knees down, shift back, come forward again, knees off, drop the heels to the left, and right arm up. Great. And come back now to your plank and then press up into downward facing dog at home. March it out here for a little bit, continuing to wake up the legs and really waking up the upper body, getting the shoulders nice and warm for our practice. And the abs. Go ahead and sweep your right leg up for three-legged dog, and then step your right foot to the top of the mat. Rest your left knee down, hug into your center. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring your hands to the heart and hinge over to the right for a twist. Draw the shoulder blades towards each other, guide them down, spin, open to the right even more. Squeeze the buttocks, squeeze the thighs in towards each other. Big breath in, big breath out. Stay twisted, release, reach the left hand up, and then take the left hand down. Kickstand the left foot off to the left, and sweep the right leg around. Hold on to the foot with the right hand, draw the heel to the buttocks, spread the toes, and spin the heart up and open. Shine your light, shine bright, like the sun, rays of the sun. One more breath in. Exhale, slowly release. Come back onto the all fours and make your way back into downward facing dog. March it out again. Stay with the breath as much as you can here. And now let's go ahead and switch and sweep the left leg up. Step it through. Right knee rest. Hug in, rise up like the sun. And exhale your way into your twist to the left. Big breath in and exhale, spin, open a little bit more, shoulders back and down, chin back. Neck stays nice and long. Inhale, reach up, reach your right arm up, left hand reaches back. And exhale, go ahead and bring that right hand down. Kickstand the right leg off, sweep your left leg back. Hold on to the ankle. Once you have it, pull the heel towards your buttocks, draw the shoulder blades back, spin the heart forward to the long side of the mat, and maybe even think about taking it up. Maybe lift the gaze. Breathe in a whole bunch, and then release. This time, take the left foot to the front of the mat, wide, and then bring the right to marry it, or should I say to mirror it, actually. So you're here. Okay, so we're going to go into our functional forward fold from this point. So parallel the feet as best you can to the edge of your mat. Ground your feet, hug the outer shins in. So if you have as much of a bend to the knees as I do, you're going to straighten out the legs a little bit more. Begin to hinge the hips back as you shift the weight into the heels. Move the inner thighs back and walk your hands forward. You can use your block here on the side, tight with that, and rest the hands on top of it. Or a ledge or something nearby to give you a bit more height if necessary. Draw the chin back, breathe, full and wide through the ribs. Exhale, keep the ribs wide, push the breath out, hinge and reach a bit more. Radiate from the heart all the way out. Inhale, exhale it out. Once more. And then shift your weight back onto the feet, walk the hands in. You can place your hands on your shins and with a nice long spine, come all the way up. Take the arms wide. And go ahead and bring the hands to the heart as you step your feet in. Hold it here for a moment. Just take a moment to turn inward. That is the invitation to turn inward. Begin to discern, shine the light on what's going on inside of you so you can make clear choices for yourself as you move forward. Let's try four rounds of Surya A. Feel free to put your knees down for all of it. I know I will. And if you're into jumping back to Chaturanga, feel free, but I'll be stepping back to plank, okay? Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, bend your knees, fingertips to the floor, Uttanasana. Inhale into your halfway. Exhale, step back to plank. Rest the knees if you want to, and then exhale into your Chaturanga. Come all the way down onto your belly. Inhale, lift up into Bhujangasana. And exhale, pick it up and back into downward facing dog. Hold downward dog. Full breath in. Exhale, and all the way out. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Now the last one, we hold the breath out and hop forward. Inhale. Exhale it out, hold the breath out, step or jump forward. Inhale into your halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale to fold. Ground down through the legs and feet, and inhale, rise up. Palms meet, exhale, hands into the heart. If you know the Surya A sequence, go right ahead. You're doing 3 more, you don't have to wait on me. But just in case, I'll cue it. Inhale, up, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back or jump back. Your plank. Take chaturanga. If you're into up dog, you can feel free to take it. And then back up into downward dog. You can hold it for less time here, or maybe a breath. On the exhale, hold it out, hop or step forward. If you're stepping forward, be mindful of which foot you're leading with, so you can switch it up each time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to fold in. Inhale, rise up. And to the heart. Twice more. Change sides just to mix it up. Big breath in, sweep it up. Exhale to the floor. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale it back. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, downward dog. One breath, full inhale. Exhale it out, hold it out, hop or step. Inhale, halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale into the heart. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. What am I doing? Exhale back to your plank. Lower into your chaturanga. Wait a minute, I left my body there for a moment, ladies. I forgot where I was. And press up and back into downward facing dog. Hold it here, full breath in. Exhale it out. Step forward or jump. Halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Rise up. One round of Surya Heart Namaskar. Moving right into it. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Inhale halfway. Exhale left foot back. Rest your knee. Inhale Anjaneyasana. Exhale Adho Mukha. Inhale into your plank. Knees down. Exhale Chaturanga. Inhale Bhujangasana. Exhale downward dog. Left leg sweeps up. Step the left foot through. Right knee rests. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale into your forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. Let's go. Right back down. Right away into the fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right foot steps back. Round the knee. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, take it back. Shift forward. Lower into your chaturanga. Take Bhujangasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Right leg sweeps up. Step it through to the top. Left knee down, hug in strongly. Rise up on your next breath in. Exhale it forward into the fold. Inhale, lengthen it out halfway. Exhale, fold deeply once again. Round down and inhale, rise up. Arms wide, palms meeting. Exhale, bring it into the heart. Feel the heat. Okay, shift your weight into your left leg. Keep a slight bend to the knee. I'm going to bring your right knee up. Reach to connect to the ankle. Reach the left arm up. Spread the toes of your right foot. Press the foot into the hand. You can hinge forward a little bit here as if you're going into dancer, but not all the way. Just enough to feel that opening at the front of the quad, the front of your thigh. Big breath in. Keep the chest lifting and moving up away from the pelvis. And exhale, release. Switch side. Right arm comes up as you shift the weight into the right leg. Left hand to left ankle. Big breath in, lengthen, draw the shoulders back, draw the chin back. Heel draws towards the buttocks. Hinge forward just enough. Big breath in and exhale, release. Go ahead and step your right foot back as if you're going into a lunge, and then take it across to the left on the balls of the foot. Or you can you can flex the ankle and put the baby toe side edge of the foot down for Krishna Crescent. Inhale, sweep up, left hand to right wrist. Big breath in and exhale, draw yourself up and over to the left, shoulders back, chin back. One more breath in and out here. Push down into your left foot. Inhale, come back through center. And exhale, circle arms around and lower. Go ahead and step your left foot back and then take it across. Choose ball of foot or blade side edge of foot. Arms up on the inhale, right hand to left wrist. Bend the right knee more as you draw yourself over to the right. Check in with your shoulders. If they doesn't feel good, you can keep the arms down and just reach. They open up the side gates of the body still. Then come up on the inhale. Exhale, make your way back to center. So come back to center now with your feet hips distance. Yeah, stay on this side. Sorry. Feet at hips distance and ground your feet. Squeeze the outer shins in, move the inner thighs back. Big breath in, Urdhva Hastasana. On the exhalation, you're going to bend your knees and lower into Utkatasana chair pose. Hold it here for a moment. Squeeze your legs. You can tip your gaze down just enough for the head to look and check the knees. Make sure they're not playing out to press into. If they are, push down into the inner part of your feet more and squeeze your inner thighs. Take a big breath in here. Reach up. On the exhalation, bring your hands to the heart and sit a little bit deeper, hinge a little bit further. Full breath in. Exhale, take your left elbow over to the top of the right thigh. Now your left hip might have swung forward to do this. When it does, swing it back so the knees stay flush. Half breath into the back of the heart and exhale, spin open to the right a little bit more. Big breath in, big breath out. Now shift your weight into your right leg and step your left and bring the left foot off the ground. Don't try to look at me, just do it because you'll fall if you try to turn your head to look. Pull the left heel to the buttocks. Use that hamstring power. And then stretch your left leg out, kick it out, and then let the toes rest. You're in a twisted lunge. Keep pulling the feet towards each other. Draw the shoulders back, maybe lengthen a little bit more, lift that left inner thigh up. One more full breath in. Exhale, slowly spin and come into Virabhadrasana to Warrior Two. So remember, now is the time to start thinking about all the things you might want to change in your life. Spin your right palm up and go ahead and reverse the warrior Viparita. Right arm up, left hand down. What are some of the things that you truly could benefit from letting go of? Inhale through your reverse warrior into side angle, Parsva Konasana. Choosing to take it into the extended form with the fingertips down to the earth or to a block. Left arm alongside the left ear, chin back. Take another breath into the back of the ribcage and spin the right side more towards the long side of your mat. One more breath in. Exhale it out. Take the left hand to the left hip, pop the back foot in a little bit. Reach to the upper right-hand corner of your mat, float your left leg. Ardha Chandrasana. We're going to take it into a Chakasana form. So spin the left shoulder and hip over to the right more to stack it a bit more. Keep that bend to the right knee. Bend your left knee. Now reach back to connect hand to the foot. Once you have your foot with the strapper with the hand, press the foot into the strapper to the hand and spin that left inner thigh up and really open up here into Chakasana, sugar cane pose. Take another full breath in. Exhale, release the bind and slowly make your way back to Warrior Two. Big inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel yourself back to a plank. So let's try that flow that we did before at the beginning of class. So shift the hips back. Shift forward, drop the heels to the right, left arm up. Float the left leg up. Bring it back down, shift back to plank, heel, butt to heels. Shift forward into a plank, drop the heels to the left, right arm reaching, float the right leg up. Whoop. Come back to plank. Knees down, shift forward, lower into Chaturanga, come through Chaturanga. Listen carefully. Bring your right hand out, up like think of gecko pose, and bring the fingertips down. And do the same thing with the left side. You're going to take a full breath in here. Exhale, push down into the left hand and spin yourself over. So you're bringing the left leg over to the right, tap the toe down, come through center. Take a big breath and lengthen, and exhale, spin over to the other side. And then come back through center. Let's move into our locust. Bring the legs all the way together, tuck the toes under. Cover the toes, separate the heels, but keep the big toes touching. Keep your knees down and then lift the fingertips up off the mat. Hold it here. You can claw your hands, or you can spread them and think of them as rays of sun. Think of that illumination coming from the inside out. Lighten the way, lighten the path for you. One more big breath in. Exhale, release hands by your ribs. Separate the legs and inhale, Bhujangasana. And exhale, release. Tap your toes, press yourself up and back into downward facing dog. Or child's pose. Take a moment. Big inhale, big exhale. Pull the breath out, lift the gaze, look forward, jump or step to the top of your mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees, inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, bring the hands into the heart. So that was a lot, I know. But remember, you can put your knees down at any point in time. Or stop and jump back in when you feel ready. So checking your foundation, check your feet, Tadasana, hips distance. Strong legs, inhale, sweep it up. Exhale it into chair pose, Utkatasana. Whoops. So the weight is more to the heel in your chair pose, and there's this lifting up from the ribs, even though you're anchoring down from the pelvis into your legs. Big breath in here and exhale, bring the hands to the heart, sit a little bit deeper, hinge a little bit more. Really breathe full and wide through the back of the rib cage and keep all that lift as you exhale and take your right elbow over to the left. So watch that hip switch, swing forward. Once you have your elbow in swing, swing it back so your knees are more flush with each other. Breathe into the back of the ribs again and spin open to the left a little bit more. Keep the energy of the legs. Shift your weight into your left leg. You can turn your gaze down to look at your toes now. That would be helpful. And then pull the right heel to the buttocks. Squeeze that right heel in towards the buttocks and then begin to slowly stretch your right leg out, lifting from the inner thigh. Gently rest the toes to the back of the mat and stay here in your twist. You can put your back knee down to reorganize and then pop the back knee off if you need to. Draw the left hip back, pull your feet towards each other. Inhale and spin open a little bit more to the left. Tapping into some of that tapas energy, that fire. The sun represents a big ball of fire. One more breath. Exhale it out. Inhale, start to lift up. And exhale, spin open into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Left palm up, go ahead and curl it back for reverse forward, Viparita Virabhadrasana. And then inhale through your Warrior 2 and exhale into side angle, Partha Konasana. Taking it into the extended form if you want. Draw that left hip back and pull it towards the center. Okay, right hand to right hip. Hop the back foot in a little bit. Shift the weight into your left leg and reach for the upper left hand corner. Maybe your hand can still block. Even if you aren't using a block, you want your wrist to be more in line with the shoulder. So it's going to come out to the right a little, to the left a little bit. Karate kick through that right leg and spin the right shoulder and hip over towards the left for your Ardha Chandrasana. Draw the left hip back a little bit more as you spin the right inner thigh up. Bend your right knee, reach back to connect hand to foot, or use your strap to make the connection. Spread the toes, press the right foot into the right hand, spin open a little bit more. Ardha Chandrasana Chapasana, or sugar cane pose. One more full breath in. Exhale it out. Slowly release the connection Deepen the bend of your left knee as you gently rest your right foot to the back of the mat and pop back up into Virabhadrasana 2. Big inhale here, exhale it down and slide your left foot back to plank. So that little flow, we can start with the knees down and shift the hips back towards the heels, arms extended. Shift forward. You can keep the knees down and kickstand and float the leg up like so. Or you can shift forward, lift the knees off, drop your heels to the right. As you take the left arm up, float to the left leg. Come back through to the plank, shift the hips back. Shift forward, drop the heels to the left, float the right arm and left leg up, and come back. Keep knees, shift the hips back, let the knees rest. Pull yourself forward into a kneeling plank, lower through chaturanga. If that scorpion little flow didn't work for you, let's try this option where you have the forearm down, so it's like a half cactus, but you're going to, so the right forearm can down, you're going to lift that right shoulder up away from the ground so it's not collapsing here, okay? It's important to make sure you lift it up, but the left hand is going to be in the gecko. So you're going to lift that right shoulder up, lift the upper body up, press down into the left fingertips, lead with the left leg, and open up. Okay, so the left arm might be a bit more straight. Come back through, half cactus, the left arm, gecko the right. Lift the left shoulder up. Big breath in, lengthen, exhale, spin open to the other side. Great. And then come back to center. Gecko both hands now. Legs all the way together. Top the toes, pull the toes strongly towards the knees. Separate the heels, cover the toes, keep your knees down. Draw the navel in. Inhale, lift up, locust. Draw the chin back. Reach your arms back and spin the palms to face inward. Hold it here. Breathe into the back of the body. Feel that heat. Feel it building, all that sun, all that solar power. Release hands by wrist, separate the legs. Inhale, lift up into Bhujangasana. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes, press it back, downward facing dog. Hold it here for a moment, or maybe come into child's pose, get some water. Breathe, breathe, breathe a whole bunch. One more breath in. Exhale it out, and let's move on to the second side. Right leg sweeps up, three-legged dog. Step the right foot to the top of the mat. Making sure you're at hips distance. Rise up on your next breath in. And exhale, open up into your warrior 2. Turn your right palm up. Go ahead and curl it back into reverse warrior. Notice any shifts or feelings in the body and in the mind as you continue to think about the summer solstice and the impact, the changes you want to make for yourself. And let's pass through our warrior 2 into triangle Utthita form. So straight or right leg, hands to the outside or to the block. Draw the right hip back and pull it towards the center. Reach the left fingertips up. Gaze can be straight ahead, down or up. Push down into your right leg more as you bend the knee, but not all the way because you're moving into our star-like pose just for a moment. And then bring the hands down, hands to hips. Anchor down, bend the knees, really ground your feet firm, all the muscles to the bones, especially those legs and the buttocks. Inhale, lift up, shoulders back, chin back. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Keep that strength in the legs and the feet and come into Prasarita Padottanasana. Release the fingertips to the earth. You can hold on to your big toes with the peak fingers, and you want the thumbs on top. Point the elbows outwards. Inhale, come up into a bound halfway lift. And then exhale, pull yourself into this fold. You're hugging in the outer shins, spinning the inner thighs back. Shoulders move up towards the hips or down, whichever direction you want to call it. You're lengthening the sides of the waist. Keep the squeeze of the legs. Try not to let that go just because you're in this fold. One more breath in. Exhale, release the bind. Lift up halfway. Turn to the front of your mat, right foot's in front, and step your right foot back for a plank. So this is where it's going to get real, ladies. You have an option to shift and place your left knee down and kickstand and come back to that little baby chakasana we did. Or join me in Kapinjalasana. Drop your heels to the left. Reach the right arm up. Reach the right leg up. Bend the right knee. Reach back to connect. Hand to foot. Hold the heel to the buttocks. Press the hips up a little bit more. Kick your foot into the hand. Do your best with this. This is a tough one. And then slowly release it and make your way back to. Woo! Did we get there? Some semblance of it. Slowly bring the knees down. So we're going to skip all of that side plank stuff, and we're just going to shift back into an active child's pose and shift forward into our plank. Shift back, active child's pose. Inhale, shift forward into our modified plank. One more. Shift back, come forward, and just kind of let the heart melt, more Cobra Primer style, and come all the way down. One more time with that scorpion roll. If you like the forearm down better, go for that version. Right arm and forearm, left hand and gecko. Take that right shoulder up. Full breath in, exhale, spin over. Reach the left toes behind you. They may or may not touch, don't force it. Come back through center. Switch the arms out. Lift that left shoulder up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, spin open. And release. Bring the arms into gecko, but this time have them alongside the body, so the arms are more straight and the hands are maybe closer to the back of the mat. Legs all the way together, you know the drill. Tuck the toes, hover the toes, knees down, squeeze the inner thighs, pull the navel in. On your inhalation, lift up the upper body, lift up your arms, your locust wings. Today, we're seeing them as rays of sunshine. Our limbs are rays of sunshine today. Everything's shining out as we get clarity. One more breath in. Exhale, release. Take a Bhujangasana if you wish. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, release it. Press up and back, downward facing dog. Take a moment. How can you nourish yourself? Especially, the nourishment is really important to prevent not only the burnout that I mentioned, but also to take care of yourself while you are patiently waiting for whatever it is you've decided that you want to do or want to change happens. Change doesn't always mean letting go of stuff. Change can also mean adopting new ideas and thoughts and beliefs. So it's not always that kind of a letting go, but I guess that is the way we often think about it. But change can also be letting go of making space. Let's call it making room for other things to come in. Left leg up. Step it to the top of your foot to the top of the mat. Make sure you are at hip distance. Draw the left hip back as you hug into your center, rise up. Full breath in here, and then exhale, open up into your Virabhadrasana 2. Organize your stance. Back toes are in ever so slightly. And then go ahead and reverse your warrior. Left arm moves up and back as the right hand lowers to the back leg. Slowly transition through to Utthita Trikonasana, hands to the outside, or arm to the outside rather. Watch for the shoulders coming up to the ears. They can round here, so draw them back and down and lengthen the sides of the neck and take the chin back. Press down into that front foot a little bit more. Push down as you bend the left knee, come up, back into our starlight pose. Take the hands behind you, and you can either take the hands to the inner thighs like so for your forward fold, or if you want to interlace the fingers, we can. All right, I'm going to try the hands to the inner thighs. So big breath in, draw the head of the arm goes back, lift up on the exhalation. I'm going to slide my hands down the back of the legs as they come into this fold. Keeping that lifting up of the shoulders away from the ears. And then you can take the arms wide and then lift them up towards the ceiling. You don't even have to bind, you can just reach the fingertips energetically up. Wherever you are with the arms, release into the earth now. Inhale into a halfway lift. Exhale, make your way to the front of the mat. So turn and then take your left foot back. So let's try this tapindula on the second side. I don't remember the English for it. So let's go ahead and drop the heels off to the right. Really firmly push the edge of your right foot into the mat. Float the left arm up, float the left leg up. Bend the knee, reach back, strap or not. Pull the heel to the buttocks. Take that arm bone with the right side, draw it back, scoop the rib cage, or should I feel the heart up with that shoulder blade on the right side? Whoop. It's a toughie. Lift it up, lift the hips up, radiate, shine your light, and then release back to plank. Gotta work on my dismount. And slowly lower, shift the hip back towards the heels. Let's do 3 gentle, easy cobra primers here. Inhale, ripple forward. Soften the heart. Exhale it back. Inhale, ripple forward. And back. On this third one, we're going to come all the way down. So inhale, ripple forward. Exhale, lower, come all the way down. Let's do a nice, easy scorpion over to the right. Nice and fluid. Come through center. Fluidly go over to the left. And then come back to center. Let's bring the legs together, tuck the toes, sweep the hands back, palms face inward. Float, bend the knees, reach back to connect to the outer ankles. Press the feet into the hands. Inhale, lift up into bow pose. If you want to take this into a side bow, feel free. Full breath in here. Exhale, rock over to the right. Draw the head of the arms back, really lengthen. Big breath in, exhale, rock back onto the belly. Inhale, expand, and exhale, rock it over to the left. Open up the heart. Big breath in, exhale, rock it back to center. Inhale, expand, and exhale, release. Make a pillow with your hands, let the body rest here for a moment. Think of this as another opportunity to move inward, reassess, prioritize, choose a path forward that aligns with your desires, and use that solar energy to illuminate your way, your path. Slow shimmy of the hips. And then come to stillness. If the legs are wide, bring them back in towards each other. Slide your hands by your ribs. Press yourself up. We're coming into pigeon, but we don't have to come into it from downward dog if you don't want to. You can choose to just bring your right knee forward and to the outside of your right rib. And then you can use your left hand to guide your right foot a little bit closer to the left side. Pull the toes back and then just walk your left knee back. And support your outer right hip here. Then go in here with a block or rolled up blanket or something if you need to. Or if you feel like you'd be more comfortable with that. Just take a big breath in, squeeze into the midline, lift up. And then exhale, come on down onto your forearms. Keep a bit of a squeeze of that drawing into the center. You can come all the way down. Just give yourself an opportunity here to release, to nourish, practice patience and trust. Trust is the biggest part. Trusting that what we've asked for will actually come true. Not meddling, not getting in the way. Continuing to move forward, but not with the intention to manipulate the outcome. Bhur Bhuva Swaha. Take another breath in. Exhale it out. Make your way up on your next breath in. And choose how you're going to shift over to the second side. So you can just press up here and then bring the left knee forward and out. So just a little bit of a lean as you use your right hand to guide the right foot, the left foot, sorry, over to the right. And then come back into center. Draw the knees in towards each other. Big breath in, lift up. Keep all that length as you exhale and flow. Going to your degree here. So you can come all the way down, but you want, like I said, keep a little bit of that muscular engagement just to keep the pelvis from sinking into the pelvis and even the low back. And take a deep breath in. And exhale it out. And your next breath, and make your way up. And exhale, and back into that quadruped position, tabletop. From here, you can cross at your ankles and shift or spin your legs around into a seated position. Left leg long. Take your right leg over, hug it in. Big breath in and exhale, open up into your twist. And inhale, lengthen. And exhale to exit your twist. Go ahead and change sides. Hug it in. Big breath in and exhale. Open up. And after your next exhalation, inhale, reach up. And exhale to exit. And cross the legs, stretch them both out in front of you. We're moving into Paschimottanasana or forward fold. So keep a slight bend to the knees, feet are active, legs are active. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge from your hips. You can use your strap here across the balls of the feet. And then hold on close to the foot, to the feet. Keep the spine nice and long here, shoulders away from here. In. Exhale out, inhale, reach forward, lift up, and exhale to release. Make your way down onto your back into constructive breaths. You can step your feet wide from now, and then here she is. Come on down. Let your knees fall in. Feel free to take your arms wherever you wish. You can spread them out wide. Couple more rounds of breath here. And then separate the knees and walk the feet towards each other all the way in. And you can gently, just a little scooch of the hips over, or the buttocks, if you prefer to think of it that way, the pelvis over to the right, and roll onto your left hip for a twist. You should make your back once again. Make it a slight readjustment of the hips and pelvis off to one side, and then bring the knees off to the right. And slowly release, making your way onto your back. Take it into a nice easy bridge pose here, or happy baby. Or rock if you're going to in a happy baby little rock from side to side. Release. Stretch your legs long and wide as you prepare for your Shavasana. Arms wide. And just visualize that light from the inside, just emanating all the way out through all parts of you, heart space. And just let yourself be at ease. That inner knowing that everything is going to work out exactly as you desire. And give yourself a space to enjoy the next few minutes of quiet relaxation and reflection. Once again, becoming aware of your breath, even in your inhales and your exhales, and allowing that awareness to expand and radiate through the entire body to your fingers, your toes, the crown of your head, the soles of your feet, the palms of your hands. Feel the energy coming back into the body and maybe start to move. Feel your presence in the space that you're in on your mat, the environment. Allow the moves to get bigger as you begin to stretch and wake up and make your way back to a seated position with a bit more enlightenment, a bit more clarity, illumination, if you will, than you did before at the beginning of your practice. So bring your hands together at the heart space. Just take a moment to reconnect with you. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenium Vargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me today and trusting me to guide you through this practice. Be free, be true, be